and he falls, but he still gets the ball out to Stephon Diggs for a gain of 3 right there. So Diggs sets the single-season franchise record for receptions there for the Bills. Second quarter, Bills up by 7. Josh Allen drops back, and he gets the touchdown there. 24 yards rushing because he just decided, you know what, let me do it myself. Bills take the lead there, 14-0. Later in the second here, Josh Allen gets it to Jake Kumaro for the 22-yard score, and the Bills, they win big, 48-19, and win the AFC East for the first time since '95. So they finally end that drought. It's been a long time coming. These are the other teams now. You're up next, the Cleveland Browns. All right, they've gone 27 seasons without a division title, so that's next. But for the Bills, this was their night. And Matt Barkley, backup quarterback there for the Bills, tweeting this out. This is leaving the stadium in Denver. What's the airport going to look like in Buffalo when we land? You have some Bills fans out there cheering on their team. I mean, some of the best fans in the entire league. Here's Lindsey Zarniak with the starting quarterback for the Bills, Josh Allen.
With this win, you clinched the division, earning Buffalo a first home playoff game in 25 years. What does this all mean to you?
I mean, it means that we're secured to get to the playoffs.
Let's go! MVP Stellar! MVP!
We set out what we wanted to do, and that's what we did tonight. I mean, it's a small victory in the grand scheme of things. We know what we want to do, and it's still out there in front of us. So we had 2 more games to finish the season off, secured our chance to get into the playoffs and win what we really want to win.
What is it about the way that you guys got this win? I mean, you did it on the ground, you did it passing, you run for 2 touchdowns yourself. What is it about that shows you what you guys will need to do in the playoffs?
I mean, I definitely think, we got a really good squad. Guys that care about each other, guys that do their job, guys that practice extremely hard. All 3 phases tonight. I mean, Andre obviously fumbling early, but coming out in that second half and getting us good field position. Our guys making plays, offense and defensively. It was a total team win. Like I said, we set out to do this, and that's what we did, and we'll celebrate this one and get ready for tomorrow for the next week. For
Buffalo, what does that mean to you, doing this for that great city?
I mean, it's been since 1995, and we understand that for the fans, but, we got bigger goals, so we're not going to get too locked up in this right now. Obviously, we'll enjoy it. It's hard to win in this league. It hasn't happened in 25 plus years, right? Since I was born the next year. So, yeah. Like I said, we'll enjoy this one, enjoy the flight home, and be ready to move on tomorrow.
All right, get out of here. Go party with your teammates. Thanks, Josh.
I got an email message from Marv Levy tonight, which is just awesome, man. So cool, so humbling, and I really appreciate the relationship that he and I have. And man, just that's the hard part about this is I can't get to everyone to thank them, but we didn't do this alone. I didn't do this alone. As I've said, there's people around me, and there's people that have come before us, and some no longer work for the Bills. And so that's I guess I'll use you guys as the outlet and the resource to tell them thank you for all of what you've done.
The way they battled back in the second half, I thought this was going to be a blowout early in the game, and defense stepped up. Offense made a few plays, but just not enough offensively for them tonight.
So the Packers, who clinched a second consecutive division title last week, getting closer to clinching the 1 seed and home field advantage and the first round bye, and all those good things for Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay.
Yeah, a lot of good things ahead, and it's going to be fun to watch how this plays out. It's a good football team that we saw tonight. Showed it early in the game, fell off a little bit, but they really like what they have and what they're building here, and we've talked about it all night. Aaron Rodgers had a strong season, very comfortable in this. It's going to be a tough place to come to play if they're able to hold on to this #1 seed.
Matt Rule and the Panthers, meanwhile, fall to 4-10 in what could have been so many times this season, 8 of the 10 losses by 1 score. So for Kurt Warner and Melissa Stark, Joe Davis saying so long from Green Bay, with the Packers move to 11-3. Stay tuned for the Mercedes-Benz postgame show coming up next.
Packers hold on to the 1 seed in the NFC, a 24-16 win over the Panthers. It was a very different first half compared to the second half in this game for both teams. We're going to talk about it all right now on the postgame show. Welcome in, everybody. What a day we've had here on NFL Network with the doubleheader. course, this one, I'm Colleen Wolfe here with Steve Smith Sr., Joe Thomas, Michael Irvin. Very quiet second half for the Packers after scoring 3 touchdowns on their first 3 drives, just 3 points in the second, but they did get the win. So according to the playoff picture, they are still in that first spot, the 1 seed with the bye. Of course, the Saints, they are playing the Chiefs this week, so it's going to be a little tough there for them to gain any ground, but who knows? Breeze is back with that. But we're going to talk about the Packers right now and Aaron Rodgers and the way that this offense responded in the second half, because when we came on at the half, Steve, you talked about how the Panthers were done, and then they made some adjustments, and the Packers did not look anything like they did in the first half. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the Carolina Panthers came out and they made some adjustments. They made a few plays on offense, but their defense really stepped up big time. And it also really shows you that the Green Bay Packers near the middle of the third and pretty much all of the fourth quarter really started to cruise, and it really caught up with them. And Carolina was able to increase their intensity, play with a sense of urgency, and the Green Bay Packers were not.
Yeah, Steve, it was really the tale of 2 halves, and I think giving Carolina's defense credit for the coverage that they had in the secondary is really important, because they did a great job not giving Aaron Rodgers any answers down the field, especially on third down. Aaron Rodgers only converted 1 third down in the second half, and that enabled their pass rush to get home a few times after not really having much pass rush all season for the Carolina Panthers. Tonight they were able to sack Aaron Rodgers 5 times. They confused him a little bit, and they were able to get to him in important moments in the game. And really, Carolina's offense wasn't doing a whole lot. Green Bay's defense did really well, but when you're limiting Aaron Rodgers, especially the way they did in the second half, it gives your offense an opportunity to kind of creep up the way they did and at least have a chance to keep it to a 1-score game in the second half right there at the end.
Yeah, this stuff is simple, Joe. You get to the quarterback. I don't care who he is. I don't care how great he is. I don't care all the superlatives we use to describe him. If you can put pressure on him, he cracks. That's just the bottom line. You see the highlights we keep showing. They were getting to Aaron Rodgers sometimes with just those front 4 guys. And when you can do that and drop all of those guys and play in coverage, then they have an opportunity. They made him hold on to the ball until that defensive line got there.
Well, let's bring in Green Bay Packers quarterback right now. Ask him about tonight. Aaron Rodgers joins us now. Aaron, congratulations on the win. Now you have your 3rd 40-touchdown season of your career, first ever player in NFL history to do that. It feels like this season is different for you guys, and obviously not the second half that you wanted tonight, but just in general, what makes this team different than years past?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, this is one of those disappointing wins, the way that we played in the second half. So I got a sour taste in my mouth about how we played in the second half. We got to go back to the drawing board. That kind of football is not going to beat a lot of teams. So it's been, we won the game. We're 11-3. It's been a successful season so far, but we got plans about making a run in the way we played on offense. We're not going to beat anybody in the playoffs.
Aaron, the win tonight puts you guys in the driver's seat for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. How important is that for you guys to be able to play on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field throughout the playoffs?
Well, it depends. If it's like tonight, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's like 33 degrees. If it gets down to 0 or, between 0 and 15, that's legitimate cold. So I think that can be an advantage. Hopefully, I don't know. We had a few fans here tonight. We'll see what happens, a few weeks down the line as far as attendance, but I don't know why this music is so loud here.
Really fitting.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's really distracting.
It sounds wonderful.
But it's a good song, yeah. Look, we love playing at home. The colder the better in the playoffs. But we got to play better than we did tonight.
Hey, Aaron, Steve Smith here. What was going on in the second half to where it left a sour taste in your mouth?
Well, Steve, I think you saw that first, 2 possessions, 3 and out, and we just got nothing done. I think we had, 50 yards of offense maybe in the second half. That's just not good enough. That's not winning football. defense played well tonight. Obviously, Mason had a big kick, but that was some ugly football in the second half.
Aaron, it's Michael Irvin, man, and I know you say it's not that cold, 30 or 32, but those NFC teams, they're coming from Tampa. The Saints, they're coming from a dome.